Hello everybody, my name is Alan, I'm from Sauber-Lab and today will be another video about Home Assistant. In this video specifically we're gonna show how you can install Home Assistant in a virtual machine. And now you're gonna ask why I want to do it. It's simple. In the past, all the time that I wanted to run Home Assistant to make some trials, okay, I want to modify something, what I used to do, I get my Raspberry Pi. In my Raspberry Pi, I get the SD card and replace for a new one, install a new revision of Home Assistant, do all the installation. After this one, I do all my tests. Once that I complete, I take out that SD card, put my old one and keep using my Home Assistant. The problem of it is that my Home Assistant for that period of time is totally off because basically I'm running something else in it. And because of this I decided that it should have another option. And yes, have some options, but I don't like the idea to use Home Assistant Core because it's limited options. If you want to use some add-ons, they will not work. If you want to do something different, they will not work. Anyway, if you want to backup that information, to save and recover in your Raspberry Pi, it will not work so well. So in this way I start to look, and yes, has some options. You can use different virtual machines to simulate that you have that equipment, and it will work exactly with Home Assistant full. So in this way, as I told, we're gonna show how you can install the Home Assistant in a virtual box. If you like this idea and you want to learn a little bit more about it, we're gonna show in this video, but first of all, don't forget to leave your like, consider subscribe for the channel, and let's understand a little bit more about it. As I told, the reason that I wanted to record this video, it's because I'm tired to all the time that I want to do some trials with my Home Assistant and to disconnect this SD, record something else in other SD or in the same one, and that recover my data after. To avoid it, what we can do, we have other options, but I don't like to use the Home Assistant Core because it's quite limited the options that you can do. Also, if you want to start to use Home Assistant, not necessarily that you want to invest already in a Raspberry Pi or a specific computer only to run the Home Assistant. Before we go to explain how you can do it, let's try to understand what is Home Assistant. Home Assistant, it's the system that guarantees that all your device, all your smart device, it's synchronized in the same place. So in this way you can make a script to make some actions, you can monitor everything, and you can make your ecosystem in only one place instead of having different devices and different applications to run in different ecosystems. If you try to install Home Assistant, you can install directly in a single board computers as some Home Assistant Green, some Raspberry Pi, some Yellow Pi, and continue on. But remember, everything that you need to install, you need to dedicate that hardware specific for your Home Assistant. And sometimes this one is not interesting because I want to do some trials, I only want to make sure that I like the system in the way that I'm doing. Or maybe I only want to try Home Assistant. And once that you try to use the Home Assistant in the same way that they say, the container directly in the Docker, you have some limitations. You don't have the supervisor, you don't have the add-ons. Also, if you use the core, it's more limited as well. But what we want to do is to use supervisor or HOS. If you guys remember, in one of my previous videos, I show how you can install supervisor. But not everyone wants to dedicate the system parallel with this Home Assistant. Sometimes you wanted to restart, install, delete, make some trials, and do everything again. And I believe that everyone have a computer, and in these computers you can install VirtualBox. This is the good thing. If we come here in installation Home Assistant in other systems, I will come here. What it means that you can install in other systems. In this other system will be VirtualBox, will be Proxmox, or will be vShare. So in this case, we're gonna show how you can install in VirtualBox. Another thing, it's really good for you to try first, and you can run almost in all the computers. If you have an old laptop or you're using your computer, you can run it. If you come here, the minimum recommendation will be 2 GB of RAM memory and 2 cores. If you think that you have a Intel i5, you're gonna have 8 cores at least, or 16 cores. So in this way you have plenty of space. And most of the computers, you're gonna have at least 8 GB of RAM memory, so you can dedicate those to for your home system at least to try it. So in this way, we're gonna install in the VirtualBox, and to do this installation first we need to download this appropriate image. Once that you download this appropriate image, you're gonna have this image in your computer. You can extract here. Other thing that you need to have is the VirtualBox. But VirtualBox you can go directly on Oracle page and download it. So here it's my VirtualBox, and this VirtualBox I already did some trials on my previous video with the TrueNAS. And now we're gonna start to create our virtual machines for my home system. To do it, first we're gonna need to click New, and you're gonna create the name of the virtual machine. I will put Home Assistant. I will leave in the same location. This part of information I will ignore it, and I will select as a Linux. Now I come here all the way down, I will select Other Linux 64 bits, and I put Next. Now, as recommended, I need to have a minimum 2 GB of RAM memory. In my case, I will put a little bit more. I will put 4 GB, and I will leave 4 cores, half of my capability, and then I can enable this one. If you don't enable in this stage, you can enable next stage, but you need to enable because we are running a special OS that will be home system. Otherwise, they will not work so well. So I'll put Next. And here, instead of create a disk, now I'm gonna use that disk that I download. So I come here, use extend VirtualBox disk. I'll select here, I'll put Add, and I will come here in my download and select it. What I can do as well, I could potentially copy right in that folder where will be installed the home system, but I don't need to worry it at this stage. Other thing that's interesting for you, if you look at the maximum size of this hard drive will be 32 GB, and I'm using 1 GB. This 32 is the limit that they allowed me. Of course, they will not use 32 GB of your space straight away, only if you start to use a lot of data there. But in the start, they will only use 1 GB and will increase as long as you need. So I can choose it and put Next and Finish. Once that I finish, they will appear right in my home system. I can come here in Settings, and I can check if all the information is correct. To check everything, first I will come in System, and I will check if my motherboard, I have at least 2 GB of RAM memory, and these options enable, because I already enabled before, you don't need to enable again. Now I come here in Processor, I need to have at least 2 cores, I'm using 4, so it's totally fine. And now I will come here in my network. Here in my network, I will change for bridge adapter. If I don't change for bridge adapter, I will not have an IP address in my router, and it will be really difficult to access. So don't forget to do it. Now I can put OK and start the system. Now that you start the system, they will start to process all the data, and this data could take some minutes. Basically, you don't need to do anything. You only wait until they finish this first stage. They will process, they will start to run a lot of background information, and once that they will tell you that you're ready to connect, we can go to the next stage, so let's wait. Once that appears this page, it means that everything is installed. So now we can access this IP address, homeassistem.local.8123. Because I have 2 home systems, I'm concerned that it will look for the wrong home system. I will use this external port that will be 192.168.1.68. Once that I open this page, they will appear Create My Smart Home. If you have a backup and that you want to recover this backup to continue work on it, you can come here and put Restore from Backup. But in my case, I will create a new home. Once that I create my user, I'll put Create Account, and now they will say where I'm located. Let's say that I'm located in London. It could be anywhere, London, let's say here, City of London, and now I put Next. Now they will show this information, and I suggest you to enable it, because anyway they will send anonymous information, but at least you are sure that if you have any problem, Home Assistant will try to improve this system. So I suggest you go yes, 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 and put Next. Now they already show all the devices that you have in your house that potentially can connect, and I put Finish. Now you have your Home Assistant install your system. If you come here in Settings, you have all your add-ons that you can install all the add-ons the same way that you're gonna do if you're running a Raspberry Pi. you can go back here, you can come here in your integrations, you can add all your integrations and do all the tests that you want. One good thing for this as well, if you come here in settings, system, and come here in backup, you can create a full backup, and this full backup you can copy for another computer and recover it. So all the configuration that you did, all the tries that you did, you can just pull in another system, and that they will work exactly the same that was once that you finish setup here in this VirtualBox. Other thing that's interesting, if you want to use a Zigbee USB or a Z-Wave USB, you can come back here in your VirtualBox, you can come here in settings, and you can add some USB in this location. So in this way you can click here and add the USBs, and that's your home assistant will identify that USB connect to your device. Because I don't have any USB connect specific for the home assistant, I will not be able to do it. But if you want to set up everything with the Zigbee gateway, and that's after you move for Raspberry Pi, and that you keep that Zigbee gateway, you still be able to have all exactly the same configuration. So guys, in this way we're arriving at the end of this video. I hope that you guys like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, consider subscribe for the channel if you're not subscribed yet, and see you next time. Bye.